Welcome to my 5-day horseback safari in South Africa. I'm here because I have this weird dream of riding a horse alongside a galloping giraffe. I'm not exactly sure where these dreams come from. This one in particular is sadly very unlikely, but since African wildlife aren't threatened by horses, I'll be able to get extremely close to a wild giraffe, and if the stars align, ride next to one while it's galloping. So I'll be taking you with me as my wife and I spend 5 days in a South African horse lodge, eating, sleeping, making friends, and learning how to ride a horse for the very first time in hopes of winning the horseback safari lottery and ride with giraffes. After a super quick 25 hours of travel, we landed in South Africa. If you haven't met her yet, this is Katie. Personally, huge fan. So much so that I married her 4 years ago, and we're actually using this trip to celebrate our wedding anniversary. Once we got off the plane, Katie said that someone from the lodge would be waiting for us at baggage claim with a sign. Preston, nice to meet you. I've never had a sign before.
You've never had a sign?
My first sign. This is Jomo, super nice guy. He'd be driving us 3 hours from the airport to the lodge. Since he worked there, I was actually kind of nervous to ask, but I thought it was important to find out if my giraffe dream was realistic or not. So right before we got there, I told Jomo, I have this dream to ride a horse galloping next to a giraffe.
Dreams do come true.
That's all I needed, and as we pulled in, I got to lay eyes on the prize.
Oh, there's a giraffe there.
Where?
So close.
Because these are free-roaming giraffes on a 12,000-acre reserve, to see one immediately after pulling in made me feel like the odds may actually be in our favor. I love this. But Katie and I would both obviously need to learn how to ride first, and this was the place to do it.
Welcome.
Oh. So welcome to Ants Hill Safari Lodge. Tucked away in the northern part of South Africa, horse people from all over the world fly here to do horseback safaris. I actually didn't know this is like a whole genre of vacationing called horseback travel. 12 days trekking across Mongolia, 8-day journey through the Sahara Desert, or in our case, 5-day safari here in South Africa. And the people that book these trips have been riding horses their entire lives. We have not. So we're gonna try our best to fit in. All right, we're late. It's time to go ride horses. We headed to the lobby to meet up with our fellow riders in hopes of blending in. It kind of felt like the first day at a new school when you sit down at the lunch table and you realize that everyone's wearing cool shoes and you're not. These are called half chaps, aka defenders of chafe. Well, no, I guess they fight chafe, so chafe busters. And yeah, we didn't bring these, but luckily the lodge lent us some.
Make sure the zipper's on the outside, so if it's on the inside, it's the wrong leg.
And yeah, I couldn't find any of these that fit, so after holding up the entire group, so sorry guys, we headed to the stables for our first ride. They're about 5 minutes away from the main lodge building and would serve as our headquarters for the next few days. Right when we got there, I was given some chaps by a chap named Fred. He's kind of the head honcho around here, and he really cares about my chaps.
Do they fit?
Yeah, way better. He explained that we'd be learning to ride at 3 different speeds over the next few days: the walk, the trot, and the canter. He also mentioned that if he didn't think we had the skill to ride at faster speeds, for safety and legal reasons, we would be forced to only walk. So yeah, it was pretty important for us to prove ourselves to Fred, and to make matters more interesting, as Fred introduced Katie to her horse, he said,
She kicks a little bit.
Sure. Luckily, they gave us this little step stool to get on our horses. Katie was definitely nervous, but I was feeling so good about all of this.
It's okay.
I feel a little uncomfortable.
I can tell. Yeah, what's going on?
I basically tell her that the idea of riding a big animal is all of a sudden making me feel, let's say, uneasy, and I don't want Fred to be able to tell. I also don't want my horse to be able to tell. Fred told us that because horses are such sensitive animals, they respond to our emotions. So basically, if you freak out, they freak out. With all of that in mind, as we approach the watering hole, Fred says,
Just be careful of the crocodile.
which I still don't know if it was a joke or not, so I don't feel great. And my horse must have been able to tell because he kind of pushes this other horse out of the way. Oh, sorry. And I don't know what it was, but as he drank out of the pond, I remember feeling better, which I hope is why I filmed myself smiling, looking off into the distance. Either way, I was feeling less nervous, but since we'd only be walking with the horses, I was shocked when we saw baby giraffe. Fred points out this mama giraffe here and explains that she had just had a bunch of babies, and by this point, I just remember thinking, I am all in. To be on a horse in general that's near giraffes made me actually really excited to learn how to ride. Everyone kept explaining that a safari is kind of like fishing. Sometimes you get lucky and see a lot, and sometimes you don't. I think we got lucky because we immediately saw Pumbaa. The warthog looks a little different in real life. Watch them all run off. Fred said that they keep their tails up so they can follow each other when running through the bush, and can reach speeds up to 30 miles per hour running, which I thought was kind of surprising.
That was cool.
Then all of a sudden Fred sees all of these animals running by him, so he spins us around. I don't know what it is at first, but then as I look closer, I realize it's the wildebeest, aka killer of Mufasa.
Katie, thoughts on the wildebeest?
It looks like they don't do leg day.
Oh, take that, wildebeest. Toward the end of the ride, Fred told us how hyenas are constantly eating zebras around here.
Hyenas, huh?
I hope we don't run into the ones that left us this zebra skull. However, we did see a lot of this. Poopy. As we approach golden hour, our guy Fred, being the sweetheart he is, offered to not only take our photo,
Oh, great.
but also, without knowing, gave us some exclusive Fred Cam POV footage.
Stand by, stand. Keep it like that, oh, that's nice.
Thanks, Fred. And then the last activity of the day is something that the guides call Sundowners. It's pretty simple. The horses get snacks, the people get snacks, and then we all hang out and watch the sun go down.
Happy anniversary.
So Fred just told me, we're gonna leave the horses here. They're gonna graze all night. And then at 7 in the morning, they know when and where they need to be. They'll be waiting at their stables. And he was saying, yeah, they're smarter than we are.
We left the horses to finish their dinner as we went to go eat ours. Welcome to the community dining room. I really enjoy these types of trips because you get to meet people that you may not have talked to if it wasn't for a group dinner like this. We had people here from Germany, from France, and the US, with a bunch of them leaving the next day. The group was actually really supportive of our minimal progress we made that day. For dinner, we had duck. Katie had one as a pet growing up. His name was Scamper, so because of that, I had double duck. In this moment, I really wish I liked duck, but I took one for the team, and then we got ready for bed. But tomorrow, we figure out how to go fast.
Fast.
It's day 2, it's day 2. I'm about to explain how I slept to you. It's day 2, it's day 2. Get ready for some details from my sleep review. Deep.
Can you say the word deep?
Today's a big day, because today we learned to trot. I also wanted to see the sunrise, so I flew my drone in the morning and made us some instant coffees as we got ready for our day. Also on the agenda today, full house tour. Plus our morning and afternoon rides that will hopefully result in riding with giraffes. We got dressed and headed to breakfast. Yesterday I had some difficulty filming, so today, 360 horse helmet. I don't know if this is gonna work, but there's only one way to find out. We ate our breakfast and headed to the stables. Fred said he had never seen someone wear a camera in front of their face like this. He also mentioned how in his 13 years working here, he has only ever cantered with giraffes 2 times. Didn't love that. But before we could even worry about cantering, we would have to figure out first how to trot, which was today's mission. As we walked to the pond, the guides gave Katie and I a very quick explanation on how to trot. Honestly, maybe too quick. Then they asked, hey, are you guys ready for a trot?
I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all.
But if I wanna ride with giraffes, I need to learn right now. Oh my gosh, it's happening. Look at me try, look at me go. Here's what I look like, just so you know. Look at me try, look at me go. Stick my tongue out, I don't know. Hey, put that tongue in your mouth, I would if I knew how.
Am I doing this right?
Hey, put that tongue in your mouth, I would if I knew how. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous to fall. Nervous to fall. Not gonna lie, that hurt my.
Drop, big drop.
This was hands down the closest we've gotten to the giraffe so far, and it was surreal. This is Hannah. She's on staff with Fred and was telling us that the reason giraffes' tongues are that dark color is actually to protect them from sunburn, since they spend lots of time eating from tall trees like this under the hot sun. She also said,
They see these guys as friends. They don't really see us sitting on top of the horse.
So if we were on foot, we would not be able to get this close.
it sadly wasn't really a cantering alongside giraffe situation, but it was exciting knowing that since we had just mastered the trot, we were just one step away from making the dream happen. On the way back to the lodge, we didn't need them, but Hannah gave us a lot of trotting lessons, which was very helpful. We also saw female kudu as well as some blessbok, which Hannah said.
I don't like to say it, but I'm going to say it. They're really stupid.
She said it.
They don't have many brain cells. So what they'll do is let's say along.
The trotting is complete. Second ride done. You know what that means.
It's time for a house tour.
Downstairs. Cool shower. The bed. Mosquito net.
Indoor tub.
Outdoor tub. Deck. Baby pool. Wow. Now, if you're wondering, wait, why do you guys have such a huge place? Well, it's because they. What was the reasoning? Tour's over. Time for lunch. Fish was on the menu, which we shared with some newcomers. This is Luis and Anthony. They're from the UK, and they actually just got married 2 days ago and are here on their honeymoon. Oh yeah, during lunch, Fred's dog jumped in the pool. He also joined us as we headed to the stables, where Katie and I came to a realization. We're on the slow team. The goal is by the end of this trip, we're gonna move from here to here, right at the top. And the horse that would get me there is none other than Shumba. Anything I need to know about Shumba?
Oh my gosh.
No, not really.
What are you doing back there?
I'm just taking a temperature to make sure he is all good and healthy.
I'm starting to question if I am cut out for this lifestyle. But anyway, I had something more important to address.
Hannah, I saw that Katie and I are on the slow team.
We eventually all agreed that Katie and I would master the trot today, so hopefully we would be cantering by the end of the week. Hannah gave us a few more lessons, and then the trot began.
Ready?
Now, if you watch my body here, I go from a bounce almost into a roll for a second. This is my first time riding Shumba, so I don't really know what's going on. He starts picking up speed, so I yell out,
Is this cantering? That was a canter! I'm a cantering person!
Katie's horse started cantering too once it saw mine, and all of a sudden, the slow team didn't feel so slow anymore.
We're going! We're cantering!
When I told my friends I was going to take this trip, a few of them were concerned about how I would film and ride at the same time. Thank goodness my friends at Oppo sent me the extremely durable Reno 12 Pro. It still works, oh my gosh. Yes, I dropped that on purpose. But maybe you're thinking, dude, you dropped it in sand. Of course it survived. To be honest, I thought this was too good to be true, so I did it a few more times. And every time I pulled the phone out from underneath the horse's hoof,
Still works!
And now looking back at the past year of making videos on this channel, it's pretty clear that I haven't had the best luck with cameras. So shooting on something trustworthy and durable that's always in my pocket has been really comforting.
Still works.
The Reno 12 Pro has such strong glass that there's no real need to buy a screen cover or even a case. Oh, and if you want, you can run over it with any 3.2-ton vehicle.
No way! It survived! Yeah! Wow!
So if you'd like a beautiful yet durable phone, check out the Reno 12 Pro. The link is in my description.
It was time for a well-deserved sundowner. We celebrated our cantering victory with our new friends. I think the horses were pretty psyched too. The celebration continued into dinner. Wow. I loved hearing how Luis described the food.
It's absolutely succulent. It's absolutely lovely. Fireworks of taste.
I feel like my review was a little more eloquent.
Me like you.
All right, highlights of the day. Cantering. There's nothing like proving people wrong. We canter too.
We canter. But-um.
The hope that we felt today definitely reminded us of what Jomo said right when we got here.
Dreams do come true.
And we would need that hope tomorrow because all of a sudden, day 2, complete. It's day 3. It's day 3. Whatever.
Our goal today is seeing rhinos hopefully. It's day 3, it's day 3. That means just 2 more days for giraffe riding.
Welcome to day 3. Our mission today is to find rhinos and get accepted into the fast team. We'll end the day with the Sundowner and something so bizarre for dinner. What do you say, Shimba? I mean Shumba.
Shimba, Shumba.
Shimba.
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 I got on my horse and we immediately set off toward a neighboring horse lodge known as the Nest. It's a long journey, but Hannah said that there's a family of rhinos that hangs out there a lot. You said it, Shumba. We've got a long road ahead of us, but to pass the time, I thought I would attempt droning and horsing at the same time. Long grass and drones are not friends. This is Iona, one of our guides. She immediately found this big rock that was the perfect drone takeoff pad. So let the cool aerial travel montage begin. On our way to the other horse lodge, we saw Pumbaa and found out that his love language is physical touch.
It's pretty intimate, huh?
We also saw a male kudu and his cool spiral horns sticking out of the bush. Flying the drone on the horse was easier than I thought. Overall, the ride took around an hour, and then right towards the end, we saw hyena tracks.
Hyena tracks.
And eventually, rhino tracks. But as we pull up, I'm not seeing any rhinos. I mean, sure, this place is beautiful, but Katie and I really wanted to see rhinos.
So no rhinos. No rhinos for us.
Hannah explained how things not going to plan is kind of what makes safari so exciting. Not exactly what I wanted to hear in this moment, and it does make me wonder if this whole giraffe cantering dream is even possible at this point. And then right before we hopped in the Jeep to go back to the stables, it happened.
Rhinos?
It feels like we're a little close, and this one's just staring us down.
Just looking at us.
This is Robin. He tells us we're completely fine because rhinos have really janky vision. Like right now, they probably don't know that they're standing inches away from an archery bullseye. But it did allow us to feel safe being close to them, which was cool. On our way back, we bumped into them drinking at this fountain, and I zoomed in on one of their feet here because, I mean, look at this thing. Don't look at their feet. Don't look at them. We ate lunch and went back to the stables for our afternoon ride, where we saw our names on a new list. So I had to ask Fred.
Would you guys say that we've graduated to the fast team?
Yes.
Definitely.
Katie and I had made it to the fast team. Yeah, we learned how to ride a few days ago, but we'll be like cantering all the time now on the fast team, probably with giraffes and stuff. The fast team put me on the horse I rode a few days ago. His name is Bahardi. Sorry, I forgot to introduce you guys. And right as we set off, there was reports of a giraffe.
Where'd you go, giraffe? Oh, and they're gone. Rats.
We tried cantering to the other side of the tree line to find those giraffes, but Bahardi and I kept falling behind. Not a great look, day 1 on the fast team. I'm now wondering if Bahardi was intentionally going slower because I kept misgendering him.
Good girl. Good.
Giraffes got away, and Bahardi ended up getting even with me by all of a sudden going into turbo mode, and I thought I was riding on a rocket ship.
Still in the hunt for a giraffe to run with. It's not looking great. A beautiful few rides, though. I mean, look at this. Anything is possible.
Tomorrow, because it's already
Sundowner.
As much as I love the Sundowners, I was more excited to try for the first time. Beautiful. Katie didn't share the same enthusiasm as me, but went for it anyways.
Hey, wait.
It's like steak.
Really? Katie likes it. That's a Katie likes it kind of
like
face. Oh my gosh.
Our dinner does taste like steak, but it looks like an ostrich because it is one.
I like that.
Since I'm not known for having the strongest stomach, I was pretty curious how Mr. Ostrich would sit in my tummy tums. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Day 3, complete. It's day 4, it's day 4. This is the last full day of our riding tour. It's day 4, it's day 4. I'm going to just lay right here and yawn some more.
Here's what's on the agenda. Yeah, editing Preston, can you tell them? Because I don't really know in this moment. We got a morning ride with the fast team, then we've got a game ride at another reserve to hopefully see some elephants since we don't have any at our reserve, and then our final dinner since it's our last night here. Because of that, this is a very important ride with a very tall order, which is why what happened 45 minutes into our ride was not helpful in the slightest.
Ooh, stomach hurts. Oh, do I need a poop right now?
I am not proud of what you guys are about to see. Oh guys, look, wildebeest. You thought I was gonna poop myself? No way, I'm an adult man. I was just filming wildebeest. But I tried to canter my way out of the nausea I just felt, which made it way worse.
I gotta poop so bad. Oh my gosh. Like, what do you do?
And it turned into this whole out-of-body experience, which forced me to very discreetly tell Iona
I may need to go number 2.
So naturally, to the entire group, she yells out,
Are we able to stop for a quick blue break?
"Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my nightmare." Like, this is a real nightmare I've had. Luckily, I ran very far away to experience it, and then it was done. And I was just so relieved to know that the nightmare was over.
That's quite loud.
That was. Wait, what?
That's quite loud.
The nightmare continues. The location I chose, it was closer to the group than I thought.
All right.
When I got back on my horse, Katie also confirmed that it was so loud.
Are you serious?
We cantered from that nightmare into what felt like a dream. We just walked right up to these 2 rhinos in this beautiful field. Katie let out the cutest laugh. As we leave the field, we bump into this other group of riders that said,
So many animals everywhere.
Oh, lucky. Okay, we're on the move because the other group said that they saw giraffes around the corner. We're gonna canter there, and maybe there's a chance that the giraffes are cantering as we canter toward them, and I get to fulfill my dream. Come on, Shumba, this is our moment. Do you see him? Oh, right there. Yes, yes, giraffe. Wow. Nice, Katie. Yes. This is great.
That's when our guide approaches and offers to film us with the giraffe. Meet Jenica. She took this video a few months ago. So if there was any world where this was going to happen, she was the perfect teacher.
Through this gap, just, yeah. Okay, follow me, we can get a better.
Jenica, my dream is to canter with the giraffe.
I'll try to make that happen.
Really? Okay. This is the moment, Shumba. We're gonna canter. We're gonna ride.
So what I want you guys to do is to walk past me
Giraffe. Okay.
and look there. So where that you look is where they will go.
We're following Jenica's every command, but right as we get into formation, the giraffe walks away.
What do you think it would take for us to, like, ride close?
The closest you will be able to come is for me to this thorn tree.
Okay.
Because if he kicks you...
That's over. Yeah.
Just as I think Jenica is about to turn us around and make us go back, she actually starts leading us closer toward the giraffe. We go in for a second attempt.
Is this gonna happen? Are we gonna do this right now? Hello, Mr. Giraffe.
Jenica tells us to slowly circle the giraffe and wait for her mark. The giraffe walked away, and our horses were too spooked to even walk toward it for some reason.
Maybe next time.
I proceeded to tell Jenica that we were flying out tomorrow afternoon and slowly began accepting defeat. But then Jenica yells back to me as we're leaving and says, we should all go out on a ride early tomorrow morning before we leave and give this one more try.
No way.
Celebratory canter, anyone?
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
Just knowing we had one more shot the next morning made our search for elephants later that afternoon so much more fun. It almost felt like we were in Jurassic Park, but the dinosaurs sounded like this. Wait, that's not a dinosaur. That's Hendrik, our driver and animal call extraordinaire. He told us that he's worked at this reserve for the past 18 years, and they have elephants and lions, unlike our reserve, because they don't have horseback riders to worry about falling off and getting eaten. We start off seeing a poo-sniffing rhino, and then we saw wildebeest, saw some zebras, but no elephants.
Lion.
Seeing the lion was so cool, but what happened next may have been cooler. Why does this keep happening? But none of that matters because we just found an elephant.
I'm gonna play a bit of a lion call. You must see what they're gonna do.
Oh, you sure?
They started doing these dust baths, but didn't really respond to Hendrik's lion sound, so I thought I would try.
Nice try.
I'll try my best. But I'd have plenty of time to work on it because we got stuck behind a rhino on our way back to dinner.
Move your butt.
We ate with Louise and Anthony, and they showed us a video of their wedding day horse ride. The best part was they had no idea there was a surprise at the end of the video till we watched it together.
That was the most unexpected.
She is locked in. Locked in.
And since it was the last night, I said we should all get a photo.
It's a video.
Okay, so Katie is upstairs getting ready to go to bed, packing up because we leave tomorrow. Last time Katie was in a video was 2 years ago when I asked her to be a part of this very strange Amazon unboxing video. It was a time where I was really searching for my voice on YouTube, and Katie was always just so supportive no matter what YouTube idea I threw her way. Here we are 2 years later, she's back on the channel doing something that both of us actually really want to do. That wouldn't happen if it wasn't for all of you guys just simply watching these videos. So I just wanted to say thank you. You give me an excuse to be able to take my wife on just a really cool vacation that I wasn't necessarily able to afford a few years ago. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching these videos.
Katie, I'm gonna say something a little controversial. I don't think the fast team's all that great. I kind of miss the slow team.
I guess that means there's only one more thing to do.
It's day 5, it's day 5. Will we find a giraffe we can ride alongside? It's day 5, it's day 5. We fly out today so we have one more try.
Bye, house.
When did I rock it there?
Bye, house.
Before we set out that morning, Fred made it seem like we should set our expectations pretty low. But lucky for us, we had assembled a team of elite riders. Sorry, we're not the fastest bunch. Our team consisted of Jenica, our fearless leader, Mark, her backup, and of course, Katie and I, who learned how to ride 4 days ago. And I'll say it, this morning ride was the best cantering we had done all week. It felt like all of our riding was really paying off, and Katie and I were both feeling just way more confident on the horses. I even took my helmet off and got Shumba cantering, potentially the fastest that he had gone all week. But Jenica did make it clear that there was nothing that we could actually do to make this happen. We just had to be in the right place at the right time and hope for a miracle. And then, with absolutely no warning, there she was. Now, what made this moment different than every other time we had ridden up to giraffes was that these giraffes had just been running full speed right before I started filming.
Look at them go.
Oh, Katie was filming too.
Is it gonna happen?
Jenica starts yelling out to Mark in Afrikaans, which I don't speak, but her tone was saying, "Hey bro, this is about to go down, get ready." And then mid-sentence, we realized that the giraffes have taken off. All of us start charging forward, but from where I am, I can't see them anymore. Shumba goes into turbo mode, and then it was happening. I will remember this moment as long as I live. The giraffes weren't directly beside us by any means, but I rode a horse next to them while they galloped, and that was all I really wanted. I actually got a little nervous right after this happened, thinking I may have missed the shot. Katie was quick to calm me down, saying that the shot she got may actually be better than mine.
in.
We rode back to the lodge to say our goodbyes, which was actually a little sad.
Thank you for everything.
But everyone was so excited that the giraffe moment happened.
Thank you for everything.
We waved goodbye, but then the icing on the cake was the fact that we just happened to get Jomo as our driver, the guy that picked us up from the airport a few days before. He had a long ride ahead of us, so we were able to tell him the whole story, and his response was just perfect.
Dreams do come true.
You're right. Dreams do come true.
Look at me try, look at me go. Here's what I look like, just so you know. Look at me try.